I'm off the entrance to Miriam Harbour. Fairly narrow if you're a ship. Those are the molasses tanks, the sugar loader. That's the sugar shed there. Heading up the river, two fishing boats here, trout boats I call them. They go out with lines and go out to the reef. A line boat also. Poached 56. Nora. A nice old boat, but I reckon it's got its engine taken out of that thing. Lady Rennie. Looks a serious reef boat that. It's got plopper stoppers and everything. Found it hard to read this on the way up. This is called Reunion. Comes from Hobart. Here, looking at the stern, it could be a Swanson, I'm not sure. That's looking at the commercial area with the big sugar shed. This is what I call a trout boat. And as you can see, that's been laid up for ages there. Just no money in going out to the reef and trying to catch fish. Here's another one called Reef Princess. You know, it's got air-conditioned cabins for all the fishermen on there. They come day and you can hear them right throughout the night coming and emptying their sugar into the sugar shed. Heading out through Miriam Harbour entrance here. As you can see, it's quite narrow. A couple of 100 metres wide maximum. When you're a big ship coming in here, that must look very small. Here we are, we're there, we've got to go to the Johnston River just there. So, it's about 5.5 nautical miles from here before I turn in. It's now about 9 o'clock, high tide's at 11. Well, I've got set up, I've got my protein line out and Merlin's well in the beam now. And there's no wind, so I'm going to motor all the way. Well, I'm off the entrance in about 1.9 of water, 2 metres. So you definitely got to come in at high tide into here. That's the northern side of the entrance. And looking ahead, I can't see any buoys till I see a red one right up the river, so I'm just going in gently, and I'm in 2.3 of water at high tide. Looks to be going to get a bit shallower in a minute. We've got over the bar anyway, it's starting to increase as we get into the river. People on the bank here fishing. There looks to be a boatyard here with a travel lift. There's a public jetty there. We're in about 9 metres of water here, but it's a rocky bottom. Yeah, there's some quite nice boats in there, so it's certainly not the boatyard of Broken Dreams in there. A nice kind of Italian home in there. Off out goes a nice prawn trawler. Gonna go through through where that guy punched a hole in this scum. I didn't know what it was. Anyway, just loads of leaves. Yeah, there's some very nice houses here on the hillsides. Heading up towards the town reach now. It says 5 knots and no wash, so it should be quite calm up here. Passing the Torres Express. I think I've heard of a few people going on that up to Torres Straits. I don't know if it looks still in good nick. Maybe it's just laid up for COVID. Serco. Okay. It's quite nice properties up here, but obviously, you know, second floor is about what you got. The rest gets flooded. Here's somewhere with wandering albatross in their front garden from Sydney. I think I saw this down in the Whitsundays and commented on it. It's a beautiful old boat. This is Winston. Where I am here is in 2.2. Over there's about 4 meters under those boats. Somebody's put in a bit of a private marina here. Anchored in the river up at Innisfail, and in the centre of the scheme is the town jetty where I'm going to go in and put my boat. A bit risky, but it's the only place. Where I tie my boat up to, basically to the steps there. And basically in the centre of the screen, about 100 metres on, is Woolworths. And the petrol station's about 200 metres on. Everything's pretty convenient here. Looking back at the boat from the boat ramp. And I sometimes leave my dinghy here in the shade when I go to the shops, and hope it'll be there when I get back. Otherwise I tie it to the jetty, to the handrail. Clean the boat and the bottom, so if I have to fold it up I won't get dirt all over the boat and myself. Going to go and get some outboard fuel from BP, which is about 200 metres away, and then pop into Big W and get myself a bread loaf and a few things, and then I'll be ready to head off tomorrow morning. You walk up from the boat up a set of steps, and there's the welcome sign of Woolworths. A clean toilet block. Innisfail is famous for its Art Deco buildings. Town Hall, the yellow building up there. The main street. The Singjen Temple. Have a look inside. Well, it's a very nice Chinese temple. It says when you go up to the altar there, you've got to bow 3 times. That holds your egg together, and then you boil that. While we're waiting for my egg to boil, I'll just show you the front of the boat. Bedroom, the toilet. With porta potty. The great thing about this boat is how big the pantry is. The pantry is behind that bulkhead there. Mainly my cereals and dip biscuits on the top shelf. My second shelf. Oh, all sorts of things in there. This one's got mainly me soup mix and all sorts of things, from pastas to this, that and the other. Big thing on the boat is textured vegetable protein. You know, every trailer sailor should have this. So I'll try and show you what I do with it. The bottom shelf is mainly tins. But to be honest with you, this is totally run down, this lot. Normally it's hard to open the door without things falling out. Most of my time laid up here, either reading a book, listening to the radio. Under this bunk I keep me beer and all my odds and sods. It's usually absolutely full up, so you can only just open that up. My fridge. This is my fridge. I keep my cryovac meat in here, a few beers, a few soft drinks, if anybody comes on board, and dip. I bought these yummy, dishy, happy eggs in Magnetic Island. They cost me a dozen of these cost me about $8.70 or something. I thought, bloody hell, that's a lot for eggs. But anyway, you're on Magnetic Island and I didn't have a choice where I went. I'd run out. The water's boiling now. I'm just going to get the toast going. I've got to have a proper lighter for this. Now that's going. Hook on the table, a spoon. You get a bit of this stuff, about that much of your mayonnaise. This is a whole egg, but it doesn't matter. You put that on like that and you rub that on your toast. A bit like butter. Alright, and then waste not, what not. Do that. Now you get your pieces of lettuce out, which I've got here, and you put your pieces of lettuce on your toast like that, and all the egg's done. So I've got a special egg thing here, especially for me on the boat. I've got a proper one. Come on. I'm going to put them in the boiling water for a minute. Alright, now let's get this out here. You want to try and drain all the water out of your egg if you can. And there's my egg. Plop on there. Get me 2 tomatoes out, put them on the plate. That's done. Now, secret ingredients are crack the pepper on the top of your egg. And well, that's what it looks like. 1 poached egg on toast. You can do a bit of a nicer job with the lettuce than that, but that's basically it. And my wife, when I give her these, the presentation's a little bit better, but not much. And she's very happy with that for breakfast. When I'm anchored, it doesn't matter where I am. I got a, well, it was given to me by one of my supporters, because mine went broke, but I've got a Garmin 72 here, and as soon as I get here I put this on, and it's on anchor alarm, so I think it's on 60 meters. When you look at the screen you can see where I've been anchored for the last week. Haven't been over this side because that's the prevailing wind is blowing this way, so the tide's going up and down. When I drop the anchor anywhere, I always put the Garmin 72 on straight away, and it gives me peace of mind. At the moment I'm in about 4.5 meters of water. I've got about 25 meters of chain out, so I put this on 60 meters, and it seems to, at the moment, It was on 50 meters and it went off, so it's on 60 meters now and it's not gone off. So I've just left it on that, because you know, when you first set it, you don't know where you are in relation to the anchor, so you can't say, oh well, the anchor's in front by 20 meters or whatever, because the machine won't do that for you. Anyway, I just roll that up, keep it going, just goes 24/7, and I just stick it round here like that, out of mind. And if it goes off, it goes beep, 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 and it wakes me up at night even. Sunset over Innisfail.